Hey, it's Andre and Tom here at RV Leveling and Roofing, home of Stewart's Service. Going to do a quick demonstration and show you how easy it is to replace a jack. So granted we have a lift, so it's a lot easier to accomplish this because Tom can just pull this down with his hands because he's a brute and get this off of the cylinder right here. Other models will have a bolt on that you'll have to take that bolt off. But in the process, what you could do, since you don't have a lift, is to run your jacks down and then shim. We use old style wooden clothespins. So once you run the jack down, the spring will open up and you can shim both sides of the spring with these. It'll shim it out and stretch it out. Then you can access the foot pad, get that foot pad off of there. Next step is just to remove the springs or get them out of your way. You can leave that one on.
Yeah, just 'cause all the wires and stuff there.
Yep, and then at the top, there's going to be the warning switch at the top. So you want to unplug that before you start to dismantle the cylinder from the housing. Next step after removing the warning switch, which is a standard Packard style connector, you're gonna take what size is it?
5/8.
5/8 inch open end wrench. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but at the top, it's not the easiest thing to do. But what you're gonna want to do is take the hydraulic hose off of the top of the cylinder. So the other thing Tom says, in order to sometimes to break that fitting free, using a crow's foot just to get up there and better access is a good step. So once you've gotten your hydraulic hose taken off, just get that in an upward position so it's not going to leak all over you. And you're going to want to remove the 2 bolts on either side of the cylinder. Once all 4 bolts are removed on either side, basically just pop it outside of the retaining hardware there on the housing and drop the cylinder down. And there you've got the top of the cylinder with the warning switch. So you'll need to remove this switch next and transfer that to your new cylinder. The only other thing is this coach is a manual system, so it does not have a pressure switch at the bottom. If your system is an auto level, you'll have another switch here at the bottom that you'd want to remove and transfer to the new cylinder. So here's Tom just putting the warning switch back into the threads at the top of the cylinder. Pretty straightforward process. Just snug it up. Doesn't need to be like any torque spec, just snug it up. Next step is to mount the replacement new cylinder back up into the housing.
Make sure the label is to the outside.
Yep. Make sure that label is to the outside. The retaining hardware holds it in place while you can go back in and tighten up your bolts. Next step is to reconnect your hydraulic hose at the top, which is challenging just because, especially if you're on the ground. But so we got the hydraulic hose reconnected, the warning switch reconnected. We're just gonna tie up this out of the way. And last step is to reconnect your foot pad once you get your springs at the top. And again, since we have a lift and Tom's a brute, you can just pull this down and get it underneath, and there you have it, all done.